Good evening, everyone. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how to create a chart. It's specifically for Module 4, Assignment 3. I've been having so many emails about how to create this chart. The first thing you want to do is select your data. I'm only going to show you how to do Part 1, and then you can go on to 2, and then if you want to do the bonus chart, you can do that as well. But know that whenever you create charts, you need to select your data first. So for this chart, for this column chart, they want you to create a chart for quarter 2, the revenue categories. So you click on your first cell, which in this case will be revenue categories, and then I'm going to select my data, which will be from revenue categories down to shop purchases, all the way over to April data, May, and June. Now I have my data selected for my chart. I'm going to go into the Insert menu, and then I'm going to go into the chart group. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the dialog box launcher. I always recommend that you deal with the dialog box instead of selecting each individual chart, especially when you are beginning. So I'm going to click on this dialog box launcher. The dialog box opens up, and now I'm going to go to all charts. Going to create a column chart, and I'm going to leave it on the default, which is this first clustered column chart and then this selected column chart. If you notice, they give you a little sample of what it will look like, and now I'm going to click on OK. So voila, it created the chart. I'm going to move it over. So what you would do is you just hover your mouse over to any white space, and now I can move this, and you see the size and handles. I'm going to size this so that it's a little bigger and I can see it. Just make sure that whenever you're moving things, make sure it's not on the actual chart but somewhere in this white space, because then you'll move this, and I'm going to make that a little bigger again. So now you created the chart. If you notice it says chart title, you can click in there and the text box opens up. If you triple click, it'll select the whole chart title, and you simply just type in the chart title for your chart. And once you're done, you can just either click outside the chart or anywhere in that white space. Now, if you notice that once I am in my chart, I have my chart tools. Okay, here's your chart design. You can change the style of the chart. You can change the colors. All right, you can switch the column and row data. You can select data. You can also change the chart type. And then if you click on format, here you can play around with how the lettering will look. All right. Also, if another way of adding elements to your chart is if you click on this little plus sign. Okay, you can add elements such as data labels. And if you notice, there's a preview, data table, okay, error bars, trend line, whatever you want, and then you click on it. But I believe in the example they want an axis title for the y-axis. So I'm going to click on there. I'll just move that a little bit so we can see. And I think this happened only because I moved that before. Here we go. Now we see a better view. And now just triple click. All right, click on the axis title and then triple click. And then you're going to simply type in revenue categories and just click outside of the chart. And now you created your first chart. Now I'm going to show you how to do, number 3 is how to do the spark line chart. Again, I'm going to go to Insert. Okay, and here's the sparklines chart. We're going to create the column chart. Basically what that is just a chart that is in a cell for each row. Okay, and I believe on the instructions it says to create the sparkline chart in column H. So if you notice right now, I have my totals in there, which means that I have to insert a column to move the total column over. So I'm going to hover my mouse over column H. If you notice now, it turns into an arrow going down. I'm going to right click and I'm going to click on insert. So now I have the column where I can create those sparkline chart. I'm going to select the cells that I want the sparklight chart in. So here is room and cabinet rentals. So I want it in this empty cell. I want it for the excursions. I want it for the spa services and the shop purchases. So I'm going to select these empty cells. I am telling Excel this is where to put those charts. So now once I select that, I go over to Sparklines and I'm going to click on column. This dialog box opens up. If you notice, it's telling us what the location range is, and now we need to give it the data range. So I'm going to go over here where it says room and cabinet rentals. I'm going to click on my first cell that contains the data that I want to create the chart for, and I'm going to go over to May and June and then down to shop purchases. Once that's done, I click on OK. And now I have my Sparklines chart. I hope this was helpful. If you should have any more questions, please feel free to contact me. Also, if you have any questions, always feel free to post on Moodle, where I have that section where you can ask questions so your classmates can help you as well, or go for tutoring, whether it be BrainFuse or contact the tutoring center at the college. And also go into Moodle, and under the Excel tutorial resources, I have that Wakelet link. Go there. I consistently upgrade it, or I should say update it. So everybody have a good evening. I hope this was helpful, and have a good week. Goodbye.